What's going on, guys? So, I'm going to go over a multi part series about how I get prop firm payouts. I'm going to make quite a bit of different videos, so it's not all on one massive video. And we're going to talk about different things on different videos to help you along your journey and what helped me go from not profitable to profitable. Before I get into that, we stream live every day, 10:30 to noon, 2 p.m. to 4:30. If you have questions, comments, comment on the video, come on the live stream, ask. I could show you in person if you have questions. If you want to support the stream, use coupon code CoveTrader at all the prop firms. Works at every single one of them. So let's get into it. The first video, part one, is actually going to be the mental side. I know it's not the most fun side, but it's probably the side that most people need work with. They are, the word that goes around is always tilt. I'm on tilt. This is tilt. I made one bad trade and I demolished my accounts, or I was profitable Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday came and wiped out all my gains. If that sounds like you, this is probably the video that you should be watching. Um, I know everything that's cool about trading is, the indicators and going through all the cool stuff that I look at and, what everything is. But if you don't have the mental side, one bad trade could set you on a path of destroying all your accounts. Um, I personally trade over 20 funded accounts. I trade my own money. And if I just went on tilt, I would destroy thousands and thousands of dollars of accounts and personal money. Um, Couple of the tidbits that I always go for is you want to set your losses. Um, if you happen to have a funded account, one of my rules is if you blow a funded account, you only blow one. I never blow more than one. If I'm not feeling the market, I'll switch to evals. And there's certain prop firms like, Bullnox or Apex that have less expensive evals that I can say, you know what, I'm going to buy a $15 eval and this is all I'm going to trade the rest of the day because I'm just not feeling the market and I'm not going to blow funded accounts. I'm not going to blow more expensive take profit trader or more expensive accounts. So I'm just gonna trade a $15 eval, and when I'm not feeling it and I take a big loss, that's it. You can't have one loss in one account spill over into multiple accounts. So that's right off the first thing. Second thing is I kind of jotted down where I make my money. I do really well in the morning, and then lunchtime becomes choppy for me. And then I guess if you break it up in three sessions, you have New York morning, afternoon, and then the PM session. My best session is the AM, then comes the PM, and then comes lunchtime. And when I noticed that, I stopped trading during lunch because what happens during lunch is you get these choppy environments that give you the fake outs and things like that. It doesn't happen every day, obviously. I was just backed it up to Friday. Friday, we just kind of dumped. Also, Trump was talking, so that kind of makes for trading to be a lot better, or I should say volatile. But I leave during areas where I'm just not good. I'm not good at lunch. I just know it chops around a lot, so I leave. Usually around 12 o'clock, which is here. A lot of times you get this back and forth. And I know I've lost more money there, so I stopped trading there. These are things that you need to be jotting down. You need to be jotting down certain trades that aren't working for you that you think you're working. Like, hey, I take every time, I don't know, this moving average crosses this moving average, I hold for 25 points. And you think you're making money, but when you start jotting it down, you're not. You should be journaling certain trades that are definitely not performing that you think are performing. That happened to me. I took away a lot of negative trades that were only winning like 40% of the time. 40% of the time, obviously, if you have the right risk to reward, could be a winner. These were not. These were definitely not those types of trades, and I took them out of my trade plan. The other thing is, if you're making money 4 out of 5 days a week, but ending the week down, you need to start setting stop losses in your accounts where you can only lose maybe $400 a day. And you do that in here. You go in, reports. Well, no, not reports. Application settings, risk settings, and you could set your daily loss limit. And I would set that to maybe $400 in your accounts. This way, if you have a bad day, you're only going to lose $400, which if you're playing a mini is 20 points. If you're playing if you're playing 5 micros, that means you lost 40 points. After 40 points, you should probably get up and leave. That's probably 2 or 3 trades that went south, and it's time to exit because that $400 loss, now you're going to revenge trade, and it's going to become 800 or 1,000, and then the 1,000 loss is going to become a blown account. So I would set a daily loss early on to make sure that these accounts go longer than 1 day. There's nothing worse than getting into the prop firm world and blowing multiple accounts each day. It gets expensive, and it gets to the point where your accounts are almost over, where maybe you grew the account to $52,000 and then you blew it. Well, you wouldn't have blown it if you had a $400 stop loss. You would have went from 52,000 to 51,600, and then you would start over the next day, and you would feel a lot better about that. These are the things. A couple bad trades. This is how you stop the couple bad trades. People say take 1 or 2 trades, you lose, you're done. Well, the stop loss will take care of that. You take 1 or 2 trades, that's it, you're done. People tend to hold on to losers longer than winners. The stop loss will take care of that too. $400 down, you're out of that loser. You're not holding that loser down 1,000, 1,200, whatever it is. Just adding a couple of those tips into your trade plan is really going to help. Figure out what part of the day you're most profitable. Set your daily loss on the accounts, and just go about it that way. If you have multiple accounts, set the daily loss. You can't blow it at $400. You just can't. I have my own set of rules like that, where once I blow an account, I'm done. But if you only have 1 or 2 or 3 accounts, then yeah, you should be setting a daily loss limit for like $400. I have a micro challenge coming up, and I find that when you go lower, it definitely is interesting when trading on the mental aspect because it keeps you in the trade longer. And I think if you're newer, you should definitely trade lower amount of contracts and let it move around more to kind of get the gist of being in the trades and managing the trade more than going a lot of contracts for a smaller amount. I would say that would be the route to go. But yeah, these are just some mental tips that have helped me. I want to pass them to you. I am getting payouts consistently now, and it's just a few tweaks can really change you, because I know there's people in the chat that have great weeks and then one day just demolishes everything. And if you start to make some of these changes, I think you're on your way to consistent payouts, and that's what we're all here for. If you have questions, comments, leave it on the video or come on the stream.